What's going on, folks? Here's the newest car to be pulled into the shop here. Plymouth Cuda. No motor, major project. Got a couple of flaws. Quarters for one. Roof skin for another. And floor braces, among many other rusty bits that need to be replaced. Floor is not too bad, which is nice. Rear floor, I actually don't have to touch at all. Passenger floor, a little patch. It's originally a 318 car. Don't know what the plan is for it. Probably 318. I'd like to do a little EFI Holly Sniper kit. That'd be ideal. Never done one yet. So this may be the car to do it. As for tranny, preferably 4-speed, but you know, with my financial taste, it's going to be a automatic, hopefully 727. But it's good bones, pretty straight. I mean, the fenders are nice, a little bit of TLC there, and doors are perfect. I pretty much don't have to touch the doors at all. But again, quarters, rockers, all that jazz. But you know, you got to start somewhere. Got the glass, got some trim. But this roof sure is ugly. It's actually one of the ugliest ones I have seen all the way through. I mean, like windshield, side, rear window. I mean, it's nice here though. Like, look at that. I'll take that. You know, I mean, preferably would rather not have to pull all the glass, but it is what it is. Is the trunk open? No, it's closed. But it's shot as well. So, I mean, you're not really missing much. So anyway, stick around. We'll see where we can get with this thing. Probably gonna start with that frame rail and work my way back while I track down some parts. Got a busted ass grill here. Cost me an arm and a leg, even for a broken one, but it is what it is. So we've got most of the metal work done on the front clip here. Had to do a bunch of small patches here and there, a little bit on the frame actually, where the bumper bracket was right through here. It had rotted through. Everything's all prepped up for the new rail to go in. Again, more metal work, hood hinges, both sides, and so strut mounts or whatever you want to call these cross members. Some beautiful rot within there, but it's all cleaned up now. Got the floors cut out, ready for the new pans coming in there. I should have them in within the next week or so. Got the roof, the vinyl off at least, and I took a chunk out of the worst spots, so at least I get to know what I got to do for a roof structure. And luckily, I think I can get away with just a few, or one patch right there. Actually, the rest of it's just the skin, so we'll see how it goes from there. But for now, just cleaning up some welds. Still got some tidying up to do, and then I'm gonna prep it for paint, at least the front clip, so I can just put a big check mark on that, and don't have to worry about it in the future. All right, so got this Cuda picked apart here, front section from the quarters forwards, kind of done in my eyes. Got the floors welded in all the way around, did a little bit of body work on them. Picked up these seats, that's why they're sitting in there. Nice little find, but yeah, front frame rail's done, inner fender's done, roof structure's done. Ready to have the skin put on, which I already prepped for it. Had to make a few pieces up here and in along here as well. Rear inner wheel tubs needed some TLC, but it all came out pretty good. So now I am focusing on the rear frame rails, trunk pan, rear cross member rail. Well, I mean, among many other things, but do the inner fenders, lock those up just to get the right curvature for some of these pieces that were made. Still got a little bit of finishing up to do there, but more metal work here, and I actually got to redo this lip that runs along here for the roof skin to lock into place here. And I'm not gonna buttons that bit up, but this week I'm gonna be getting after this this back end here. Okay, so I got the back section of this Cuda cut apart to where I want it to be, and kind of where the rust stops. In the midst of doing the frame rail and leaf spring relocation kit, kind of got it mocked up in here right now. Just getting some final dimensions before I weld it in. But I did a POR 15, so I got another coat to do. all along the bottom here. And this is the old rail. Come out like that, and I POR'd everything inside there, and then this side will get the same style mount as that. And bring my leaf springs about 2 inches in. I gotta cut the perches on the diff, etc., etc. And this is doing some rear frame rail work as well. This is actually the whole rear section. This is from that Cuda. And I'm saving some parts to reuse for this kit, such as this bit here. This is the original leaf spring bracket, which I won't even be using, but it'll run along the same frame rail. So this is the old section here. I managed to get a local fabricator to just make these bends for me. See me, a couple $100 actually on a piece of metal. Just get bent up, and bought these pieces along the way, but just getting some final measurements before I tack it into this rear tail panel here. But it's coming along. Rear frame rails and cross member kind of crudely mounted up here, and some tape to see where my leaf springs are going to be sitting. Again, I'm running that rear leaf narrowing kit for a couple inches on that rear tire. But the front came out all right. I got it all sealed up with like a POR 15 and a zinc weld through primer, and got some gaps to finish up here and there. But again, this thing is just crudely mocked up right now. I just wanted to see, and I figured you get to see the little ways process along it. Same story on this side. A couple gaps in length, but this is all stuff I'm going to redo. Well, some bits at least. All sealed up in there, and inner wheel wells are done, and all the other bits. This rear cross member was kind of interesting to make. I mean, you just had to be straight and measured all thoroughly all the way through, and I'm just not so used to that. But these gaps here are all right, actually, and they'll come down when I spot weld it in. Same on this side, same story. This side's a little tighter, but I'm not too sure how I'm going to weld that part. Yeah, I'm going to ask for some tips, I think, but cross that bridge when you get to it. They all got to come out again anyways. Oh yeah, look at that. Straight as a crudely hung piece of tape. Whatever. Yeah, this has got to come out. I want to seal them all and redo some bits on that frame rail. So yeah, I got the front all sealed up. The back's been cleaned up. No painting going on there yet, but the front, I've done some sealing up here. Most are just like a POR 15, but some body work throughout. Gonna be redoing that K member, but yep, that's where she sits now.